Hi, in this video we will be taking a look at some questions that I managed to pull out from a website called mathsbox.com or .co.uk. Okay, so there are going to be 4 different sections all aimed at different levels. This one I believe is aimed at year 8 students, so key stage 3 maths, but it may also be appropriate for year 7, year 9, year 10 and even year 11 maths. Okay, right guys, this is question number 1. Work out £23.49 plus £7.82. So putting our numbers in the correct place value, so £23.49 plus £7.82, £7.82. Alright guys, so 9 add 2 is 11, so 1, carry the 1. 4 add 8 is 12, add the 1 is going to be 13, carry the 1. 3 add 7 is 10, add the 1 is 11. 2 add 1 is equal to 3. So the answer to question number 1, guys, is £31.31. Okay, and that is the workings out that you would need for this question. Okay, this is question number 2. Evaluate 2 to the power of 6. Now what this means, okay, it means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so working this out, guys, we get an answer of 64. If I'm not sure, we can always check. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64. Okay, this is question number 3. Solve this equation. Well, if I add 1 to both sides of my equation to balance it, I get 5x is equal to 35. Dividing both sides by 5, I get that x is equal to 35 divided by 5, which is 7. Okay, because 5x means 5 times x. So the opposite is dividing both sides by 5, because that is the inverse operation. This is question number 4. Round 56,354 correct to one significant figure. So 5 is my first significant figure, 6 is my second. Okay, so we want it to one significant figure, so we will look at the second digit, which is 6, so I round up, so the answer is going to be 60,000. Okay, so 6 is my first significant figure, the rest are zeros, so that is my answer to one significant figure. This is question number 5. Work out minus 7 plus 9. Well, that gives me the answer of 2. Okay, this is question number 6, guys. Find the nth term of this sequence. Well, I'm adding 2 each time, so it's going to follow the 2 times table. So adding 2 each time is going to give me 2n. Okay, when n is equal to 1, okay, 2 times 1 is 2, but we want 12, so we need to add 10. Okay, so our final answer is 2n plus 10 or 10 plus 2n. Either one is fine. Okay, this is question number 7. Simplify the ratio 15 to 27. Well, the highest common factor between 15 and 27 is 3, I believe, so I'm going to get 5 to 9. Okay, so dividing this by 3 and this by 3, so 3 is my highest common factor in that ratio. This is question number 8. Work out 5 times £4.55. well, £4.55 times 5, well, 5 times 5 is 25, so 5 carry the 2. 5 times 5 is 25, add the 2 is 27, so 7 and then carry the 2. 5 times 4 is 20, add the 2 is £22.75. Okay, so that's my answer for question number 8. Okay, this is question number 9. Work out the mean of these numbers. So the mean is adding them all up and dividing by the total amount, so dividing by the total frequency. So we're going to have 3, add 12, add 7, add 12, add 11, all divided by 5. Well, let's work this out, guys, step by step. 3 add 7 is 10. 10 add 12 is 22. Add 12 again is going to be 34, add 11 is going to be 45. 45 divided by 5 is equal to 9. Okay, this is question number 10, guys. Complete the equivalent fraction. Well, times in the bottom by 5 times the top by 5. So whatever number I multiply by the bottom, I must multiply the top by. Okay, so the question mark is going to be 10. Okay, so 2/3 is equivalent, i.e. the same as 10/15. Okay, so that is my answer for question number 10, guys. Right, guys, this is the next section, guys. So this is aimed at year 5 pupils, actually, so pupils in primary school, but it may also be appropriate for year 4, year 6, year 7 and year 8. Okay, this is question number 1. If the rule is add 300, what is the next number in the sequence? Well, adding on 300 to 984, we're going to get 1284, because 9 add 3 gives me 12, and then stick on the 84 at the end, so it's 1284. This is question number 2. Express 0.3 as a fraction. Now, there are many ways of actually solving this. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to multiply it by 100 to convert it to a percentage, and then change to a fraction. So 0.3 times 100 is equal to 30%. And there is something special about the word percent. Okay, so percent means per 100. So the fraction, would be 30 out of 100. Okay. Or any other equivalent fraction. The question is not asked us to simplify it. It just said write it as a fraction. Okay, so I can just stop there. Actually, this is question number 3. Write in figures 12,306. So 12306. This is question number 4. Round 610.61 to the nearest integer. Well, that's going to be 611, because it's closer to 611 than it is to 610. Remember, integer means whole number, guys. Okay, this is question number 5. 87.7 subtract 58. Okay, so subtract 58, and then I'm going to have to put a 0.0 there. Okay, 7 take away 7 is 7. 7 take away 8 I can't do, so I'm going to have to borrow. That becomes a 7. 17 take away 8 is 9. 7 take away 5 is 2. So my answer is 29.7. This is question number 6, guys. What is the 4th prime number? So the first one is 2, then it's 3, then it's 5, and then it's 7. So the answer to my question is 7. So 7 is the 4th prime number. Remember the definition of a prime number, that it has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. This is question number 7. Work out 52 times 32. Okay, so let's just work this out using the long multiplication. Okay, so 52 times 32. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 0, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, so adding this together I get 4661, so 1664. This is question number 8. Complete 10,000 meters equals how many kilometers? Well, I'm going to divide by 1,000. So meters to kilometers, I divide by 1,000, guys. So in this case, we're going to take off 3 zeros. Okay, for our case. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 10 kilometers. This is question number 9, guys. Complete the equivalent fraction. 2/5 is 24 over what? Well, 2 times 12 is 24. Therefore, I do the same on the bottom. 5 times 12 is 60. So the question mark is equal to 60. So 2/5 is equivalent, i.e. the same as 24/60. This is question number 10. Work out a 12th of 144. So this is a fraction of an amount. So divide by the bottom times by the top. 144 divided by 12 is just 12. And then 12 times 1, okay, is just 12. Okay, so the answer is £12. So a 12th of 144, okay, means that I divide it by 12. Okay, so it's a fraction of an amount. This is week 7 now, so we're looking at the foundation tier, okay, for this one. So FA means foundation, okay, but it also might be appropriate for higher tier as well. This is question number 1. List all the factors of 36. So factors means numbers that go into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, and 36. Okay, I believe I've not missed any out. Okay, if I have, guys, then please do let me know, but I believe that is actually right. This is question number 2, guys. Find the sum of these 3 decimals. So sum means adding together. Okay, so 203.1 plus 7.8 plus 10.75. So again, make sure that we put everything under the correct place value. Okay, 5 goes there. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 add 7 is 16. 3 add 7 is 10. Add the 1 is going to be 11. 0 add 1 is 2. And then I've got 2. So the answer is 221.65. Okay, so the word sum means that I add together. This is question number 3. Work out -5, subtract -2. So a minus and a minus goes to a plus. So -5 plus 2 is equal to -3. Okay, this is question number 4. 45 times 61. Well, let's do 45 times... actually, we'll just do it as 1, actually. It makes it a bit easier. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. 0 here, okay, because it's a placeholder. 6 times 5 is 30, so 0, carry the 3. 6 times 4 is 24, add 3 is 27. Adding my answers together, I get 5, 4, 7, and 2. So the answer is 2,745. Okay, guys, this is question number 5. Work out 0.5 times 0.8. Well, ignoring the decimal places, if I do 5 times 8, I get 40, and then divide it by 100, okay, I'm going to get 0.4. Okay, so putting the decimal place back in. This is question number 6. Work out 50 divided by 5 minus 4. So using BIDMAS or BODMAS, this comes first. So 50 divided by 5 is 10. 10 subtract 4, I get 6, guys. This is question number 7. Simplify minus a plus 3b plus 3a minus 2b. So collecting like terms, minus a plus 3a is 2a, plus 3b subtract 2b is equal to minus 1b, or just, sorry, plus b, sorry, I apologise, plus 1b. Okay, this is question number 8, guys. Solve this equation. So collecting the like terms on the left hand side, I get 3x minus 2 is equal to 28, because 2x plus x is 3x. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. 3x minus 2 is equal to 28. Adding 2 to both sides, I get 3x is equal to 30. Dividing both sides by 3, I get that x is equal to 10. Okay, so x is equal to 10. Okay, for question number 8. So x is equal to 10 for question 8, guys. Okay, just to be clear there. Okay, this is question number 9. If the mean of these numbers is 8, what is the value of x? So if we do 16 plus 3 plus x plus 10 plus 5 plus 7, and I'm going to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, divide that all by 6, and I'm going to get the answer of 8. Well, I've formed Sorry, pardon me, guys. So I've formed a linear equation that I can just solve for x. So timesing 6 on both sides and collecting the like terms on the top. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 plus 10 is 29. 29 plus 12 is 41. So I'm going to have x plus 41 is equal to 6 times 8. So timesing both sides by 6. 8 times 6 is 48, so x plus 1 is equal to 48. Subtracting 41 on both sides, we get that x is equal to 7. Okay, so that's my answer for question number 9. Okay, question number 10, guys. If the area of the triangle is 40 centimeters squared, what is the value for x? Well, the area, so the formula for the area is base times height divided by 2, or a half BH for short. Okay, so 10 times x length, sorry, base times height divided by 2 has to equal 40. Okay, simplifying this, we're going to get that 5x is equal to 40. 5x means 5 times x, so dividing both sides by 5 means that I get x is equal to 8. Okay, and that's my answer for question number 10. Right, guys, this is the last section actually, so it's looking at the higher tier now, so it's aimed specifically for higher tier students, and we're looking at week 2 here. Okay, so I've taken these samples from the Maths Box website. Okay, question number 1, expand and simplify this triple brackets. Well, expand and simplify the first 2 brackets. I'm going to get x squared minus 2x minus 2x minus 4x. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. So this bracket is being multiplied by x minus 1. So if I expand this, I've got to be very careful with my expansion. X squared times x is x cubed. I'm going to have minus x squared minus 4x squared. So it's going to be minus 5x squared. Okay. Plus 4x is going to be plus 8x. And then 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. So I have actually expanded that in one go, but you can check my answer by expanding the bracket. Okay, this is question number 2. A is directly proportional to B. When A is 21, B is 105. Find the value of A when B is 140. So A is directly proportional to B. So that implies that A is equal to some constant K times B. Okay, times B. Now we are given a initial condition of 105 and 21. So we've got 21 is equal to K times 105. Dividing both sides by 105, I get that K is equal to 21 over 105. Okay, or 21 105th. Okay, which I can actually simplify because I can divide it both by 3, and I'm going to get 7 out of 105 divided by 3. 3's into 1 that I can't do. 3's into 10 is 3, remainder 1. 3's into 5 is going to be 5. So 7 out of 35 actually, which can still go further to 1/5. Okay, so K is equal to 1/5. Okay, so that means my equation is A is equal to 1/5 B. And then the second part says work out the value of A when B is 140. Well, subbing in 140 into here, I'm going to get that A is equal to 140 divided by 5. Okay, so working this out using the bus stop method, 140 divided by 5. 5's into 1 I can't do. 5 into 4, sorry, it's going to be a 0 there. 5 into 14 is 2, remainder 4. 5 into 40 is going to be 8. So the answer for A when B is 140 is that A is equal to 28. Okay, so this topic is looking at direct proportionality. Okay, so sorry if I went through it pretty quick there, but I hope it was enough to actually make sense. So I formed an equation actually involving k. I then subbed in the initial condition, which was a equals 21 and b equals 105, to work out the value for k. Once I worked out the value for k, then I had my general equation, which was a is equal to 1/5 b or 0.2 b, either way is fine. Okay, to work out a when b is 140, I subbed in 140 into here, and then I can work out what a was. Okay, so I hope it made sense so far. So I'm just going to delete this now so I have a bit more spaces. So hopefully you've copied that down, guys. But if you haven't, then feel free to like go back through the video HD and re-watch that section again. But hopefully it made sense. But sorry for like going through it pretty quickly there, guys. Okay, this is question number 3. Evaluate 3xy squared all to the power of 3. So that's 3xy squared times 3xy squared times 3xy squared. 3 cubed is 27. X times x times x is x cubed. Y squared times y squared times y squared is y to the power of 6. Okay, so you can check your answer by doing 3xy squared times 3xy squared times 3xy squared, and it's going to give you that answer. This is question number 4. F of x is equal to 3x squared minus 2x. Evaluate f of minus 2. Or subbing in minus 2 into here, I'm going to get 3 lots of minus 2 squared. Minus 2 times minus 2. Okay, minus 2 squared is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. I've got 12 there. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. So my answer is going to be 16. Okay, so this is substituting in numbers into a function. Okay, so yeah, so this comes under the topic of functions. This is question number 5. Write down the coordinates of the vertex of the graph y equals x squared minus 4x minus 2. Well, I've got to complete the square here, so let's just put it here actually, and then we'll delete it afterwards. So completing the square, I'm going to have x minus half of this coefficient of x, okay, all squared. Subtract the square of this, so minus 2 squared, which is minus 4, minus 2. Tidying that up, actually, I'm going to get y is equal to x minus 2 all squared. Minus 4 minus 2 goes to minus 6. So the coordinates of my vertex, which is the turning point, is 2 minus 6. Okay, so that is the coordinates of my vertex. So whenever you see a question like that, you should be thinking completing the square. Once you've completed the square, then it's the opposite sign here. So 2 for x, and then it's the same sign for y. Okay, so I hope it makes sense so far. Okay, so let's just delete this now so we've got more space. Right, guys, this is question number 6. Okay, find the equation of the line passing through minus 1, minus 2, which is parallel to the line y equals 7. So parallel means it has the same gradient, so it's going to be y is equal to 2x, okay, because the gradient of this one is 2, so it's going to be 2x plus c, because it's in the form of y equals mx plus c, okay, where m is my gradient and c is my y-intercept, okay. So I'm now going to sub in the x and y coordinates to work out what c is. So subbing that in, I get minus 2 is equal to 2 lots of minus 1 plus c. Okay, solving the equation for c, I get minus 2 is equal to minus 2 plus c. Adding 2 to both sides, I get that c is equal to 0. Okay, minus 2 plus 2 goes to 0, that goes to 0. So c is equal to 0, so the equation of my line is just y is equal to 2x. Okay, whenever you see the word parallel, it means the same gradient. Okay, so always remember that, guys. Okay. Right, guys, next set of questions. This is question number 7. Simplify this algebraic fraction. So writing it under a common denominator. So the lowest common denominator of 5 and 4 is 20. So over minus 20, oops. Subtract over 20 is equal to over 20. Okay, so cross multiplied 2 times 4x is 8x, 5 times x is 5x, 8x minus 5x is 3x, so my answer is 3x over 20, or the examiners will accept 3/20 x. Okay, so either way is fine, guys. Okay, this is question number 8. Sketch the graph of y equals 1 over x. So this is what I call a reciprocal graph. So it looks something like this. Okay, so this is what I call a reciprocal graph. Okay, so it looks something like that. Okay, y equals 1 over x. Okay, this is question number 9. A lady drives 120 kilometers in 1 hour 15 minutes. What is her speed in kilometers per hour? Okay, so I've got to convert this into hours completely. So 15 minutes is classed as a quarter, so it's 1 1/4 hours. Okay, so the speed, remember, is distance over time. Okay, so it's 120 divided by 1 1/4, okay, which what I'm going to do is change it to an improper fraction and then do the rules of division. So dividing by 1 1/4, 1 1/4 as an improper fraction is 5/4. Okay, so the 5 has come from 4 times 1 plus 1. Okay, so dividing by 5/4 is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So 100, let's just change colour actually because it's quite purpley here, sorry. So 120 over 1 times 4/5. Okay, working this out, guys, 120 over 5 is 24. 24 times 4 is 96. So her average speed, or her speed, is 96 kilometers per hour. So making sure, guys, that you always check your unit. Okay, so it's kilometers per hour. Okay, this is question number 10. Rationalize the denominator 8 over 2 root 2. Well, before I actually rationalize it, I can actually simplify it. Dividing top and bottom by 2, I get 4 over root 2, so that just goes to 1. So I get 4 over root 2. Okay, rationalising this, I'm going to multiply it by 1, which is equivalent to root 2 over root 2. Okay, and the reason for that is it doesn't give us a surd on the denominator of my fraction, so it gives me a whole number. Root 2 times root 2 is just 2, and then 4 times root 2 is just 4 root 2, which I can simplify. 4 divided by 2 is just 2, so my answer just simplifies to 2 root 2. So whenever we are rationalising a denominator, we multiply by 1, and that 1 is expressed by the square root of the number on the bottom. Okay, so I'm timesing that by top and bottom, and by doing that, that gets rid of the surd on the denominator of my fraction, and that is the whole purpose of rationalising surds. Okay, so it's the process of getting rid of the surd on the bottom of my fraction. So it's getting rid of the root 2 essentially, or the surd actually on the denominator of my fraction. Okay, right guys, that takes us to the end of the lesson. Okay, so I hope you actually found it useful. Actually, sorry if I went a bit quick actually in this particular section. Feel free to obviously go back here and watch it through fully. If not, then please do obviously leave like a comment below here and ask me about any steps that I might have missed out actually. Okay, but this is like a general overview. Okay, and this particular section here is aimed at higher tier students only, so those of you aiming for grade 6, 7 and even grade 8 actually, and even 9 as well. Okay, but it's aimed at like grade 6, 7 students for GCSE maths. Okay, for all exam boards. Okay, right guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it informative. Okay, if you did, then please hit like, so hit that like button. Okay, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Okay, and also turn on post notifications, so click that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you don't miss out on further videos and further uploads on my channel. Okay, but that's it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope everyone's doing okay during this term leading up to Christmas. Okay, thanks for watching, thanks for listening all this time. I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.